Hey everyone, what's the channel? My name is Ash and today I'm doing a review for Gearshifters on Xbox. Now this was originally released on the 30th of the 9th 2021, developed by Red Phantom Games and it's published by Numskull Games. Now this game is pretty cool. It's described as an action arcade shoot 'em up roguelite. So you're driving a car and your aim of the game is to sort of get to the end of each of the stages, and you're going up through multiple stages, multiple areas in a war against these extreme machine bosses. So you're basically having to do a variety of missions in these cars, sort of like transport missions, delivery things, like destroy the enemies, that sort of thing. Now the game itself looks really cool, I must admit. I did like the look of the game. The particle effects and stuff like that look really nice. The environments look cool. The bosses look really unique and stuff. I really thought it was very nice in that aspect. Now your car is fully upgradable, so you can unlock over 100 randomly sort of unlockable upgrades. You get them from like loot crates and stuff like that and everything, and you can sort of pick and choose which bits you want to add to your car at what time. Like, do you want certain guns, this, that and the other. Makes it a very unique experience to you, and you can sort of cater it to how you want to play. But it also gives you that replayability of going back through the game and playing it in a different style. Now, the game itself features 27 different stages through 9 different zones, and each of these zones have their own faction and opponents that you have to deal with. And littered throughout the story mode, there are a selection of boss fights, and these boss fights range from like this sort of digger machine with like spinning razors on its hands, sort of its arms should I say, to like this drag race that's firing rockets at you. I thought they were very unique, pretty cool. This game sort of reminds me of I would say like a top-down shooter. Normally you would expect these to be like space shooters. It'd be a spaceship flying through space, shooting enemies. But this one is a car one, which makes it sort of a bit more unique in that aspect. It's sort of a more unique take on the sort of genre. Now, like I say, it does have roguelike mechanics. Obviously, you play each mission. When you finish, you obviously get paid for doing these missions, which you can modify, or your cosmetics, your performance, and etc., your offense and defense. But obviously, some of the stuff you pick up, obviously, if you do die, you will lose them. So you've got the sort of more permanent ones as well. Now, the game story itself is a pretty decent one. It takes place across 5 arcs. It's got a cool like overview system, like when you're playing. It's got the very good dialogue, lots of nice sort of character art and stuff like that. A lot of dialogue between the player and their team and stuff like that. It features 3 different game modes. So there's a casual one, a standard one, and then a deadly game mode, which is permadeath, which is I don't know how you would do this game in permadeath, but hey, some people will probably be really into that, and it'll give you that extra bit of a challenge as well. Now, overall, this game is pretty decent. Like I say, there's a good variety of weapons and enemies that you can use. The boss fights, like I say, they're very unique designs and they're quite fun to play. I love the fact that there's so much sort of unlockable upgrades for your car, and you can sort of customize it to your feel and how you want to play. And the actual controls of the vehicles are pretty cool, being able to sort of like dodge all the attacks, spin round and slide and stuff like that is really cool. Now, the game isn't perfect. There is a bit of a difficulty spike in some sections, which is a bit annoying, and sometimes enemies will come out blinded and you just can't do anything about it, so it's a bit cheap taking damage in those sense as well. And also there are some flying units in the game which you have to only be able to hit them with certain weapons, which is really annoying as well. But like I say, overall the game is really cool. The story isn't bad at all. It does have some twists in there. Nothing amazing, but like I say, it is a solid enough story. But like I say, it's the variety in the weapons and the upgrades which will keep you coming back and playing. And like I say, if you do fail a mission, you just go back and try it again, basically, and just onwards and onwards. Now, like I say, if you do like these sort of arcade sort of top-down shooters, and this one I highly recommend. It's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, and it's priced at $22.49 on Xbox, and it's also available on other consoles and Steam. But overall, I've really enjoyed this game. Like I say, it is a nice change to the sort of side-scrolling shooter that I'm used to. It's more sort of reminds me of like a spy, sort of like Mad Max meets some sort of like James Bond-esque sort of combat, like Fast and the Furious over sort of generics, man in space shooting aliens. So I give it credit with that, and it also features lots of unique original music as well, which is always good. Now, time-wise, you're looking at a good 10 to 20 hours worth of gameplay in this game, depending on how much you want to play to unlock. I'd say a good 10 hours to go through everything, finish everything, and get the majority of the game completed to how you would probably want to feel happy with putting it down, basically. So quite a lot of gameplay, quite a lot of variety, can't go wrong at all. But that's it for this video, guys. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content. Bye for now.